Boom! And we here. And we live. And we're going to talk about this. Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, a.k.a. The Clockmaster. First of all, let me know if my voice is in sync. Let me just check that before we continue with this video, because I don't want to do a 30-minute video. And
the voice is not in sync, bro.
Voice is not in sync. Alright?
Voice has to be in sync,
Voice
bro.
needs to be in sync. Like, that's a pretty big, important part of it all. Let's see. I'll turn it down. Let's see. And we here. And we live. And we're going to talk about this. Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, a.k.a. The Clockmaster. First of all, let me know if my voice is in sync. Let me just check that before we continue with this video, because I don't want to do a 30-minute video.
Close, but not in sync.
Voice is not in sync. Voice is not in sync. Alright? Voice has to be in sync. Voice needs to be in sync. Cool. We're going to sync it out. I should have did this before, but I did not. So we'll fix it now. Let's see. Bring it down to maybe 900. 1,000. See how it looks like 1,000. Alright. Let me know if it's in sync now. It should be in sync now. Oh, tight. Ashley. It's hold tight, Ashley. Wait. You want to see something cool, guys?
Oh, no.
You want to see something cool, guys? Yo, Phil, text me.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, this is what happens to my phone if Phil texts me.
Oh my gosh. Where are you?
Send me a text.
Come on. I hate this phone, by the way. MVH. Where's MVH? There we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that a sneak.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, send another one. Just send another. Just for fun.
No.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens when people text me. Look at that again. Hold up.
Oh, that a sneak.
Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah, that's what happens when people text me, man. Let me see if we're in sync now. I think we're in sync now.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna start this then. Oh my god. Yeah, send another one. Just send another. Just for fun. That's how it happens. That's how it happens when people text me. Do that again. Hold up.
Utter silence from the crowd.
Alright. So it's how I can imagine going that off in class. Let me move this out of your way so people not like it's not blocking you. Move the chat box out of the way. Okay. Alright. That's an intro. That's an intro. Anyways, guys, man, if y'all do not know, Captain Phil. If you guys are new to the channel, you're watching this video later on the replay, this is Captain Phil, one of my good buddies. He's been on the channel. It's not his first time on the channel. And we've been doing this for quite a minute, man. So it's always good to have Captain Phil. He's busy doing acting stuff now. So he's acting now, being a big-time actor, you know what I'm saying? No, he's busy doing some big-time stuff. So, you know, he's a little busy, but glad to have him back on the channel so we can talk about this crazy news. Have you seen... Well, if you guys don't know, you can tell by the title of the video, the Game of Thrones writers, it was just announced earlier today, the Game of Thrones writers will be acquiring some new Star Wars trilogy. And it's not going to be part of the Luke Skywalker story. It's not going to be part... Yeah. It's not going to be part of the Luke Skywalker story. It's not going to be part of the original trilogy stuff. It's going to be completely new, and it's going to be different. I got quite a few opinions and quite a few things I want to say about that, because I'm happy it's not Rian Johnson, but I'm worried because their potential will be limited. And I'm going to explain that in a bit. Have you seen well, you haven't seen the Solo trailer.
No, I haven't.
Right? Let's watch it real quick, because that's really gonna actually change a lot of things. Actually, believe it or not. So let me just go over here. Let's go to YouTube. And just let Phil see. We're just gonna do a quick live reaction.
wasn't me that time.
No. Oh god, it's too much.
Let's watch it real quick. That's really gonna actually change a lot of things.
Sorry guys, we were just trying to pull this thing up so Phil could see the video. Oh my gosh. Too much, man. Alright, let's watch it. Alright, we're gonna watch the Solo trailer.
What? Why does it look like it has the Cinemax marquee? Why does it start with... Oh, man. Oh, boy. It has a Cinemax marquee.
Let's just watch it, bro. Let's just watch it. Let's do a little quick reaction. We're gonna watch the Solo trailer. Okay, I've already seen it. I already did a reaction to it. I already said what I had to say, but you haven't seen it, so let's just go. Number 1 on trending still.
I've been running scams on the street since I was 10. I was kicked out of the flight academy for having a mind of my own. I'm gonna be a pilot. Best in the galaxy.
Hey, kid. I'm putting together a crew.
Hey. Only thing I'm excited about, man. Lando.
That's yes.
And Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones.
That might be the only person. Who knows what you really are?
What's that?
Get ready.
Trouble there for a second, but it's fine. We're fine.
Now, for me, bro, what do you think about that trailer, first of all? In your opinion, what do you think about this trailer, man?
Well, that's what I think about the trailer. I mean, oh, man.
What do you think about it? Like, what do you even think about a Han Solo movie even being released in the first place? Like, do you even think we need this?
I mean, it's a good idea, but, like, the expectations are going to be, like, super high because of how iconic the character is. You know what I mean? It must have good storytelling. It must, like, none of the characters, I feel like none of the characters have to be, like, insignificant. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for example, I know I'm going to be referencing a movie, but, like, Get Out.
Yeah.
Almost every character in there, of course they have, like, extras and, like, under fives in there, but, like, for the most part, every character was significant. It played a bigger role. They played a bigger role than we expected. And that's why I feel like that should happen in this movie. I don't want it to be like it should have that balance between, like, storytelling and action. It has to. Yeah. Because, like, otherwise it's not going to be a great movie, I feel as though. I feel like we have too much action and not enough story, and vice versa. You know.
What do you think about Alden Ehrenreich, or whatever his name is, as Han Solo? Have you seen Anthony Ingruber, that guy from Age of Adeline?
No, I haven't.
Let me show you his clip. And Disney passed on this guy, okay? So this guy, not only does he look like Han Solo, but his impression was spot on.
Okay.
And they did not choose this guy to be Han Solo. He
like
looks like him.
Copy and paste.
Check out his check it out.
I'm Captain Millennium Falcon. Courier tells me you're looking for a passage to the Alderaan system. A fast ship? You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Got the grin.
It's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. I've outrun Imperial starships. Not the regular Balkan cruisers, mind you. I'm talking about the big Corellian ships now. Just fast enough for the old man. What's the cargo? Why, is it some kind of local trouble? Well, that's the real trick, isn't it? It's gonna cost you something extra. 10,000. All in advance. Yeah, but who's gonna fly it, kid? You? 17, huh? Alright, you guys have got yourselves a ship. Leave as soon as you're ready. Docking Bay 94.
I see Han Solo when I see this guy.
Right.
Give me 1 second. Mommy Master's calling me. Yeah, what's up? Where are you guys? You getting something for me too, right? You know what I like, right? Yeah, I'm still going to her. I have to leave before a certain time though. Cause me and Phil are just gonna be streaming for a few more minutes and then we're gonna. Yeah, but Amanda knows what I want. No, does she know it? Does she know it, or do I have to tell her? Yeah, but does she know what type? Okay. All right. Thanks. All right. Bye. Gotta get my food, bro. I'm hungry. Yeah. What do you think about this guy's? Matter of fact, before we even get back to the main conversation at hand, he also did the movie Age of Adeline. He was actually hired. I forgot the production company, but they actually hired him based off of this his impression off of YouTube.
Okay.
And basically, you ever seen the movie Age of Adeline? So this girl Adeline, Ryan Reynolds' wife, right? And she doesn't age. Like something happened to her, and then like she kept staying the same age for many years and stuff like that. And Harrison Ford, his character actually met up with her, and then eventually like he became old and she left him. He plays a younger version of Harrison Ford. Check out his younger Harrison Ford impression. It's really spot on. This is even the movie.
Miss! You know, you keep doing that, you're gonna flood your engine.
Thank you. Thank you for the useful tip.
Well, you're gonna get one hell of a tan at least.
I'm sorry. I've done everything I could to get this thing started. I won't work.
Alright, all it needs is a push start. Just lose the brake, I'll give you a push, you pop your clutch, and you'll take off.
Okay. Thank you. Ready?
Ready? You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now pop your clutch.
Thank you!
This guy, in my opinion, would have been such a perfect choice for Han Solo. And Disney didn't cast this man.
I mean,
what do you think about that, man? Like the new guy's impression, like, do you think that it needs to be a copy of Harrison Ford, or he should probably do his own thing? What are your thoughts on it?
I don't think he should. I mean, it's hard to say, because if he's like copying Harrison Ford, you don't.
That's pretty hard to do.
It's hard to do, and plus, it doesn't. For the most part, it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem like it's him. You have to have a bit of yourself in the character, otherwise you're not gonna feel comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I would say don't count him out yet. Watch the movie, See how it does. Don't go by the trailers. You know. See how he is. Maybe he might do justice.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
In my opinion about Han Solo is this. I talked about it in my video. Is this? I didn't ask for this movie, nor did I really want this movie. To be honest with you, I'm not interested in seeing the Kessel Run. I'm not interested in seeing that. I want to see a Kenobi movie. I want to see an Ahsoka movie. I want to see, hell, I'd rather even see a Boba Fett movie, if I'm being honest with you. Because actually, Boba Fett in the comics is actually really dope. Like, he's such a cool character in the comic books. I don't care about seeing all this stuff, but the thing is, I'm still gonna go watch it regardless.
A lot of people have been asking for a Solo movie, so
that's the thing though. But that's a really hardcore Disney fan. Star Wars fanboys though. They're asking for this, and I mean the thing is, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Like I love the franchise so much. I love a lot of the characters, even though a lot of the acting is not on point. Even though a lot of because the acting can be very cringy, especially in Attack of the Clones. Anakin giving that speech to Padme, you're the reason why this, and I'm so lost without you, and it's so cringy, bro. Hayden Christensen is so cringy in those movies, but I still like it because the geek and the nerd inside of me and the child, because Star Wars is part of my childhood. You know, grew up watching it, and it'll always be a part of me. Just that lightsaber battles and this is like, you know, but it takes a real fan to acknowledge flaws. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's wrong. Like, I can be a fanboy of Star Wars and still say, hey, this was a little bit wrong and that could have been done better. But I still really love the movies and I still really love everything about it. And I don't care what you say. Even I know it's bad, I know it's this, but I don't care. I still like it. I don't care what you say. I still like it. Only, like a true fan would say that. Now, do you think, in your opinion, do you think Disney ruined Star Wars?
Not necessarily.
And why is that?
Because, in my opinion, Force Awakens was really good.
Okay.
They did a great job with it. Yeah, it had some I feel like it could have been, like, some scenes could have been better. The Last Jedi, definitely some things I felt were wrong with it.
A lot of things. A lot of things was wrong with The Last Jedi.
But, I don't think they ruined it. I mean, Rogue One, I don't know. I haven't seen any of the reviews or opinions about Rogue One, but I liked the movie.
I'll tell you this. A lot of people actually hate Rogue One.
Okay.
And I actually disagree with them on that. Because I can see, people hate Force Awakens, and I can see why they hate it. People hate Last Jedi, and I can see why they hate it too. But people say they hate Rogue One, and I actually disagree with that. I think Rogue One was the better movie, the best movie of the recent Star Wars movies. Since the Disney movies. Out of The Force Awakens, out of The Last Jedi, and Rogue One, I would say Rogue One is the better movie out of all of them. I can watch Rogue One over and over and over and over again, knowing how it ends, knowing that everybody is not going to be seen again, and still really like the movie. People don't like Jyn Erso. People don't like the whole situation. People don't say, oh, I don't care about how the Death Star plans were acquired. I don't care about all this. But I still just like the movie. There's things about Rogue One that I like. And it's just things about Rogue One that I just really like, and no one could tell me otherwise. And that's just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But as far as Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, I can understand why people don't like them. Because, to me, I remember going to the theater with my dad to go watch it. And my dad's not a Star Wars fan. He's never seen the movies. I had no one else to go with. I'm like, yo, Dad, just come with me. He's like, I never seen the movie. Just come with me. I have no one else to go with. Just come. So he was like, all right, whatever. So in the car ride, I kind of filled him in on some of the backstory. And because I didn't know what I was about to watch. And we watched it, and I said, Dad, you can just watch it from, because I said there's going to be a lot of people watching this movie right now who have never seen a single Star Wars movie before. I said, you won't be the only one watching The Force Awakens or and as your first Star Wars movie. There's a lot of kids, and that's why they created The Force Awakens, is to be like the new original trilogy.
Right. Even
though, in my opinion, it's not and can't come close to it. But, and I'll talk about some parallels. But, he saw the movie, and he liked it for what it was. He didn't love it. He didn't really hate it. He didn't really have an opinion about it because He said, okay, I just watched the movie with my son. All right, whatever. You know, we hung out. That's what he cared about. But for me, I left the movie feeling like I had to force myself to like it. Like, I didn't hate the movie, but I remember, normally my sister observes this about me, is that every time I watch a movie, and I'm really hyped about it, I come home, like, hyped. And I come home excited. When I saw Civil War, I came in hyped. After Black Panther, I came in hyped. I was just hyped. When Black Panther and Civil War.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Black Panther when he showed up in Civil
like,
War. Yeah, no. I'm like, oh, shoot, I let the bags of Disney don't fire me. Say that, no. But, I normally come home like hype, and I just start talking to my family about it, even though they have no clue what I'm talking about. And one of the things my sister told me, she's like, you didn't like this movie. When I came over from Force Awakens, she's like, you didn't like this movie because you're not really talking about it. You're not hype. And I was trying to convince myself that I really liked it. And I have it on Blu-ray. I mean, when The Last Jedi comes out, I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray because I want to, obviously I'm going to collect, I'm collecting all the, I don't have all the movies on the Blu-ray, so my goal is to have all the movies on Blu-ray, whether it's good or bad. I just want to have it, so I can give my little youngins in the future, I can, show them my Star Wars DVD collection.
Or force them to.
I will force them to. It's not even a question. I'm forcing them to watch Star Wars. I'm not even going to force them. I'm just going to be like, we're just going to, hey kids, we're going to watch a movie today. One of Daddy's favorite movies. If they don't like it, I'm like, you better like this movie. I was like,
put on that blood costume with the hammer.
I don't know, bro, but like, The Force Awakens felt like just a copy and paste movie of A New Hope, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't like it as much. I liked things about it. I liked Finn. I liked Rey. I liked Poe because Poe's a really good pilot, and I like starfighters, and I like pilots, and I like all the space stuff, and I like that. I like the battles in the space and stuff. I like the starfighters and stuff. TIE fighters too. I'm a big fan of TIE fighters. Even though the design is really flawed, you can't see from the sides. But anyways, you can literally only have a horse eye view and only see from the front. But whatever.
You got that tunnel vision, bro. That's why they keep getting destroyed.
That's why they keep getting. Can we talk about how the blasters are able to make sound in space, even though technically there's no sound in space? We ain't gonna talk about that though, right?
Is water wet?
No, we're not talking about. We're not talking about this. No, but for real, the issues that people had with it that was among the many of the issues they had, and they felt that Disney kind of watered down the Star Wars franchise a bit, and I can see where people are coming from as to how they kind of maybe softened it up a little bit. Advertising BB-8 more than anything, advertising a lot of droids more than anything else. You're seeing more droids than any other thing in the movies, and you're just like, what, like what's really going on here? And then you look at The Last Jedi. I remember leaving the first day feeling super hyped, super happy. I was like, yo. Everybody in the theater was like, yo. We were like, oh, you're like going off. There's a family next to me. That last battle scene, even though it wasn't even a battle, when Luke was like force projecting himself and whatever. I remember when I was jumping on my seat. I was like, yo.
Same with me. I'm like, wait.
Amanda asked if you want a burrito. At Chipotle.
Yes, I'll pay you back.
Yeah, he want a burrito. Yeah.
Thank you.
Kara's there. So
real MVP.
So she texted me with this whole time asking me. Yeah, I didn't get
chicken burrito. Put everything on it.
Yeah, put everything. Chicken, everything. Yeah. Mandy, we answered already. He want one, yes. Anyway, yeah. So lost my train of thought. Yeah. So, you told me about the Force Ghost. I mean, maybe the Leia using the Force thing. You didn't really like that.
Well, I mean, it's
but you're not the only one though.
It's not more so that I didn't like it. It's just that for me, I didn't really like pay attention to that scene in Force Awakens, where like they indicated that okay, she has the Force. So I didn't really like keep in mind that she is a Skywalker, right? So I'm like thinking, okay, she can't really use the Force.
Yeah.
That's why I went to not Force Awakens, Last Jedi, thinking, okay, she can't use the Force. But when I saw that scene, I'm like, wait, what the heck is going on?
Kind of remembered.
But I'm like, until you told me, like, hey, keep in mind she's a Skywalker. Like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And plus, Force Awakens, she's like, okay, I feel as though that.
Because remember this, we've already seen Leia use the Force before. It's not that we've never seen her use the Force. We've seen her use the Force. I don't know if you remember from Empire Strikes Back, where Luke, you've seen Empire, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Where Luke was like, where Darth Vader was like, I'm your father. He's like, no!
Right.
And then he falls down, and then remember Leia was like, Luke was hanging down, and he said, Leia. And then Luke was like, and then Leia was like, Luke. And she's like, and she told Lando, she's like, turn around. And she was able to feel him through the Force, through that. And we already knew this because once we found out that they were brother and sister, it's obvious that she's going to be Force sensitive. So we just, and a matter of fact, in the comic books, which is also part of the canon, well, it's not canon anymore since Disney took it, which a lot of people are upset, but in the comic books, a lot of the comic books, Leia and Han have, I think, twins or like 2 kids or something like that, and she actually becomes a Jedi, and she actually trains to become a Jedi, and she actually has like her own lightsaber and stuff, and Luke is like super like God mode, like Luke is like, remember I have the comic book on my iPad. Dylan gave me a few recommendations and I bought them, and I haven't finished them all yet, but remember there was like 2 AT-AT walkers, right? And Luke came out. This literally took place right after Return of the Jedi. Luke came out, was like, and he remembered what Yoda told him. Luke was like, exploded like 5 of them AT-AT walkers. Just walked out in arm fire. Was just like, boom, closed his fist, and all them those walkers were destroyed. So those are like the expectations people had going into this movie about trying to see some of the stuff, that the epicness that Luke did. Not only in that book I showed you, but also in the comic books, all the epic stuff he did, and people got disappointed. So that's why. But then when I saw Leia using the Force, I was like, yes, about time they're actually showing her use the Force. And I was happy about it. I was really happy about it. But a lot of people hated that. I don't know. But anyway, so the subject at hand, the Game of Thrones writers taking on this new Star Wars story. What are your thoughts?
I know you were gonna mention this later on, but
we can talk about it now.
Game of Thrones. Oh my gosh. Absolutely, like, amazing writers. Storytelling on point. I'm all with it. The thing is, the rating. Is it still going to be PG-13 or is it going to be rated R?
Hell no, it's not going to be rated R. Disney's not going to do that with Star Wars. Because remember, their Star Wars right now, they're catering for kids.
I understand that.
Look, Last Jedi, Porgs. You know how many Porgs are on sale? Porg little bird things. Those are selling out like crazy.
I mean, but it's going to be different from the other, like, stories. Right?
It's gonna be separated from the main Skywalker story. However, it's still not gonna eliminate the fact that their target right now is children.
I know, but like,
because of money and what you call it, the merch and marketing and all this kind of stuff, toys.
One can hope, right? I'm not saying, like, go all out, like, Mortal Kombat, like, lightsaber battles and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, in terms of action, in terms of, like, lightsaber battles, like, I want to... Rated R will bring a little bit more realism to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll bring a little bit more realism.
You ever seen the Nerdist video as to what is, like, what really happens, what would really happen if you got cut by a lightsaber? And somebody, like, demonstrated, they were like, you cut someone in the stomach, and it's not, you know, in Star Wars movies, especially, like, in Rogue One, man, remember what we were talking about when Vader was just like, right. That should have been way more brutal than that. Guts should have been spilling out, but, you know, he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But guts and all kind of crazy stuff should have been spilling out, because it's like your whole body's getting heated up by this thing that is so hot.
Right.
It's so deadly, this lightsaber. And... what you were talking about, the fight sequences with the lightsabers, it'll be more realistic. I would love to see that. But that's not a lot of money. Because remember, Disney's thinking about money, okay? The minute you make a movie rated R, you're limiting your audience.
I mean,
because a lot of parents bring in their kids anyway. Like a lot of parents, they like, hey man, you know, whatever. I'm coming in with this. I'm bringing my kid. But then again, there's also a lot of parents who are not comfortable showing their kids rated R movies yet. While some parents are like, yeah, I'm totally fine with my kid seeing a rated R movie. I'm totally fine with my kid watch two people have sex on Game of Thrones. My kid is only 8 years old. I'm totally fine with that. Like, I don't know. Some parents are like that, for real.
I'm not saying you got... Yeah, but I understand.
But that already cuts your ticket sales in half, man. Your audience has already been diminished at that point. When you have kids, you can bring your kids, you can bring their friends, you can bring everything. And, like, I remember watching Last Jedi, and, like, everything the porks came up, the kids are like, I want one, mommy. That's what Disney wants to see. That's what they want to hear.
But, like, knowing that it's going to be separate from the other story arcs, I was like, you know, hopefully they'll have more creative control about what they can do. That meaning, you know, it can be. I'm not saying... I'm not saying like, you know, like go all out Game of Thrones in space. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
that would be funny and cool at the same time.
But still, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It'd be rated R. I'm not saying you gotta have like a whole bunch of cussing, a whole bunch of like sexual themes and all that stuff. But, you know, hopefully.
I mean, look, like you said, I'm excited because but I've learned now at this point in my life to not be too excited about Star Wars movies anymore.
Okay.
Me personally, because I got excited for Force Awakens, let me down a little bit. I like it more than Last Jedi though. Okay, got excited for Last Jedi, slightly let me down a little bit after watching it the third time. There's things I liked about it, and there's things I hated about it. The Last Jedi actually made me more a fan of Poe Dameron because that opening sequence with him flying. Mm-hmm. What? We have never seen X-Wings used in that three-dimensional way in a live-action Star Wars movie, ever. Until that one scene where he's like that. Now, let's talk about the wait time.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Let's talk about the wait time.
Please don't talk about the wait. Oh, my God.
Even though this announcement is cool, we're not seeing any of these movies soon. We're not seeing them soon because you know why? We still have Episode 9 to come out. If that released next year, Disney's goal right now, in my opinion, like what I'm seeing, is for them to release...
Hold on. Initially, when Matthew and I were having the discussion, I'm like thinking, okay, so... Because they said like they're going to work, like the Game of Thrones writers are going to work on this after Season 8 of Game of Thrones is done, right? So I'm thinking, okay, so Game of Thrones is going to be completely done, like series finale is going to be like what in next year
April
next year. So I'm thinking, okay, they probably got like another year, so like 2019. But then break it down for us, Matt.
Okay,
break it down for us.
So Disney's goal is to release a Star Wars movie every year, and this is the pattern that I've noticed from them so far. 2015 was Star Wars The Force Awakens. 2016 was Rogue One, a side movie. 2017, Star Wars The Last Jedi, back to the main story. 2018, Han Solo, a side story. 2019, if I'm correct, I think it's supposed to be the release of Episode 9. And then, here's where it gets crazy. Rian Johnson is signed back on for 3 more Star Wars movies after this trilogy is completed. So not only after Episode 9, we're going to have another filler movie, which I hope is the Kenobi movie. But after that, we're going to have Rian Johnson's first movie. Another filler movie. Rian Johnson's second movie. Another filler movie. Rian Johnson's third movie. Another filler movie. Then we're going to have the Game of Thrones writers movies. You're looking at over maybe 6, 7, 8 years. Maybe, if I'm correct. That's just my prediction right now. I don't know exactly when they're releasing these movies. Or, when they're releasing these movies. But based on Disney's pattern of how they've been releasing movies so far, we're looking at 6+ years or more before we even see those movies. Like I said, I'm gonna have a youngin' already hopefully at that point, a youngin' or 2.
I might get some grays.
You might get some grays. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's a while. That is a while. That's a while, bro. But like you said, like I'm excited, but I'm worried because what are they gonna do now that they may have a PG-13 rating? And what are they gonna write a story about? I mean, there's plenty of Star Wars stories they can make a new trilogy about. Plenty.
Absolutely.
Plenty. There's in the comic books and the books. There's plenty of different characters they can make movies about. But who though? You know what I'm saying? In a way, I'm kind of glad the Skywalker story is kind of coming to a close because it's been going on for quite a while. And I love the Skywalkers, you know what I mean? But I hate Ben Solo. He's the worst Skywalker ever. I don't like him. Kylo Ren, no. Kylo Ren is pretty trash right now. In my opinion, I think Last Jedi, he was pretty okay, but can't stand him whining and crying. You know what I mean?
He did have that one good scene in Force Awakens. He's like just tearing apart. He's just like he grabbed his like he just spontaneously like pulled out his lightsaber, just like thrashing everything. I was like, oh, okay.
It was funny,
okay.
But it was just funny that the stormtroopers know what's up because remember when they turned the corner?
Yeah.
They started back and let me go yeet. His stormtroopers know what's up. Guard, get Kylo Ren, guard. Yo, Kylo tripping.
He was just like boom, 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 boom. It was a good minute he was doing that. I was like, oh, okay.
But you see, the thing is though, I shout out to Jody's Corner, man, because Jody from Jody's Corner, we actually share a lot of similar views on a lot of things. I disagree with him a lot sometimes. But for the most part, we pretty much agree on the same things whenever I watch his videos. And one of the things one of his friends said on the video was that the minute that Kylo Ren took off the mask, he wasn't intimidating anymore. And I can kind of agree with that. Because remember in Force Awakens, he had the mask on. I actually do agree with it. In the beginning, he had the mask on in Force Awakens. And from the minute he walked out, and he stopped the blast, I was like, damn, like they can do that? I was like, yo, this man is, yo. And then we get the close up with him, and then him chasing Rey in the forest. Like, that was type intimidating. And then the minute he took his mask off, I was like, but then even too, when you said he started going berserker rage, I'm like,
right.
Yo, this man has a thin, like, his fuses are so small.
So short. And
it's like, yo, wow. But then in The Last Jedi, his helmet is off, and I'm like, no, I'm not even as intimidating with this guy anymore. It's like
I don't think
it's like Return of the Jedi when Luke took off Darth Vader's helmet. You're like, man, this man ain't scary no more.
Of course, have you seen that, man? He's like all old
blue.
and burnt,
burnt
blue.
But he wasn't as scary as Darth Vader is more intimidating when he had the mask on.
That is true.
He's more scarier when he has the mask on. Because
I don't know what was going through their heads, but like I think that's what they were aiming for. I don't think they wanted to be like I don't think they wanted that scene to be to give the impression that Darth Vader is like
he's trying to be a copycat,
intimidating anymore. Because like, it's like that scene is like that's like a real genuine father and son scene.
Exactly.
So I don't think they were aiming for him to be intimidating.
No, they were aiming for him to be less intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like when he took off that mask, you weren't really afraid of him anymore. You weren't really scared about what he's gonna do. He's like
you felt
sorry. Like, yo, like this man is completely changed. He's just a man. And I remember the first time. Well, obviously I saw Revenge of the Sith first. Mm-hmm. So that was the first movie I saw. So I already saw the transformation, how he became Darth Vader. Which is kind of a good segue for me in a way. And then when I saw the original trilogy, and then when I got to that point, because remember when I watched Revenge of the Sith, I didn't know anything about Luke and Leia or anything like that. I didn't because I was a kid. It didn't register with me. And then later on, a couple years later, when I saw New Hope and then I saw the original trilogy for the first time, and I found out they were twins, I was like. And then the first thing I thought about was like that kiss. Ew. I was like, ew. I'm like, she kissed him. Like their brother. Ew. Ew. And that's literally what it was. And I don't know if I got it. I don't know if you remember when he was on that bridge. When they were on was it? No. What was? I keep forgetting the name of the planet. where the Ewoks are.
Endor.
Endor, yeah. How did I forget that? When they were on Endor, and then remember when they were on the little bridge, in the Ewok bridge, and they were talking. They had a little intimate brother-sister moment thing. It was so awkward because it almost felt like a romantic moment to me. And then Han was like, "Oh, you can trust. You can trust Luke, huh? Is that he you can trust?" And he's going off. I'm like, that's your meme.
But the thing is, like, but that scene, she knew.
I think she knew at that point,
end, yeah. At the end, when she tells
when they were talking,
Han,
she's
like,
yeah,
he's my brother.
She's like,
I'm like, so you're not gonna. No one's gonna explain
how
like,
you know this.
Y'all not gonna bring up that one scene.
That one time when you kissed him,
exactly,
to make him jealous, to make Han jealous.
I'm like, oh boy.
Nah, he was just like, man. He was like, yeah, of course. He's like, you love him? He said, of course I love him. Han's all like, damn it, man, this same old crap again, man. Every time, man, every time. And then she's like, yeah, of course I love him. He's my brother. And then, that fades Han. He's like, really? I don't know, man. But final words on this whole Game of Thrones thing, man.
I'm all for it. Despite, most likely it's not going to be rated R.
Yeah.
It'll be PG-13. Probably dangerously close to being rated R.
Maybe.
Knowing them, but I'm all for it. They're good storytellers. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that the characters are going to be absolutely amazing. The development throughout the whole trilogy.
And we forgot to mention this too, because like, look at how well they planned the Game of Thrones, and cute. Of course, they had the books to help them too, but they changed a lot of stuff in the books actually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like for instance, like keep forgetting Mama Stark. What's her name again?
I don't remember her name.
I forget her name. Mama Stark, man.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I forgot her name too. The Red Wedding Lady, man. I keep forgetting her name. Mama Stark, man. What's her name? No one's gonna comment. Nah.
All right.
What's Big Mama Stark name?
Big Mama Stark. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Big Mama Stark.
Oh man. I don't remember.
I keep saying Lyanna, but I'm like, no, Lyanna is her sister. Damn it. Wait, did you really type in Mama? Yeah, Catelyn Stark. Did you really type in Mama Stark?
Yeah, I typed in Mama Stark, and I started getting, and then I saw like a suggestion that said Howard Stark. I'm like, that's the wrong
Stark. yeah, Catelyn Stark. Yeah, man. Like everything from, because I know in the book she actually didn't die for like a while. Yeah, Liam, you kind of late on that. We got it.
Thanks.
But thanks bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, imagine how well planned it will be. Because it feels like if this new trilogy, they did not have a plan. But then again, at Empire Strikes Back, a lot of people actually was talking, what the hell is going on? But back then, like, what the heck is this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then when they see Return of the Jedi, they're like, oh my god, all these movies are so amazing. So if the last movies actually makes everything make sense. Liam said he did the same thing. No. Mama Stark. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm with you on that though. Anyway, man, guys, we gotta end the stream. I got some things I got to go do. So thank you guys so much for watching. Those of you guys who came to the live stream, much love to you guys. I wish I had special prizes to give away to the people who are always loyal. So thank you guys so much for sticking around for this thing, man. Those of you guys who are watching this later, if you watch it all the way through, thank you so much for watching. Phil, you got anything you want to say before?
I love you all.
Yeah, man. And major thanks to Phil coming back on again, man. It's always a pleasure to have you here, bro. Yeah, man. Next time, whenever he comes over, we're gonna do more videos. Hopefully.
I want to do this. I want to do like a let's play, like collaboration. I want to do so.
Yeah, we need to do it.
We need to do so. We got to pick a game. We got to buy said game.
We're gonna play it.
We got to pick the game. We got to stop being broke and buy said game. Right? And then we gonna play some game.
Man, Y'all gotta see, man. Look, I'm gonna post a poll, okay, or something. Hawkeye versus Green Arrow. We need to have we need to make this video. We need to talk about this video.
Listen, if you've seen Screw Attack, you already know.
Bump Screw Attack. I don't agree with their logic though.
Why not? There's science behind it. There's facts about it. You know, there's spinning facts.
Green Arrow can drop Hawkeye any day of the week. I'm not even, bruh.
Really?
Green Arrow's training, my friend.
Really? And Hawkeye doesn't have no training?
Shield training.
Shield training?
Anybody care about that Shield training, bro?
Get out of here, bro.
Come on, bro.
Oh my
I'm not talking about that CW Green Arrow. I'm talking about the comic book Green Arrow, bro.
We're talking about comic book Hawkeye and Green Arrow. You honestly
comic book Hawkeye is trash.
What?
Oh my god. Comic book Hawkeye is trash, bro. Comic book Hawkeye is trash. He is trash. Hawkeye does not win. Stop playing.
What?
Stop playing. 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 He's what?
And that's
and Green Arrow and Green Arrow is not a natural.
That's your moderate. Thank you. Thank you.
No, you guys need to be Green Arrow will drop Hawkeye any day, bro.
You kidding? Who you fooling, big fella?
Rebirth Green Arrow, especially Rebirth Green Arrow, especially Rebirth Green Arrow.
Come on, bro.
This man is in the top 20 DC's best martial artists.
Barely.
Barely. Top 20. Barely. Easily. One of the best archers ever.
Barely top 20. His son could beat him in martial arts.
We talking about top 20. Not even top 20.
Barely.
He's not top 10, but he's definitely top 20.
Barely.
Definitely top 20.
Barely.
Hands down.
Okay, so in the top 20, what number would you place him as?
Who in the top 20?
Yeah.
20.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
19.5.
Okay. That's how you know it's black. When you
No.
You got a decimal? Oh my gosh. Okay,
God.
Okay, Hawkeye will drop Green Arrow. Come on now.
Get your facts. I'm gonna get my facts, and we're gonna come back whenever you're free, and we're gonna do this video.
Answer this. Answer this. Wait, first I gotta learn how to talk. Okay. Answer this. Can Green Arrow catch an arrow blindfolded?
Of course he can, bro.
He can?
Yes.
He can?
Yes.
He's done it before?
Of course.
Tell me the comic. Either I'm missing something, because I didn't know that Green Arrow could do that. I know he's accurate. I know he's accurate as I'm not going to say
Green Arrow has caught many things, many arrows in the comic books. Everything. Golden Age, Silver Age, everything, bro.
Has never missed. Has never missed.
Green Arrow, bro. This man has pinpoint accuracy. Pinpoint accuracy.
Has he missed? Has he missed?
Who? Green Arrow?
Has he missed?
Not to my knowledge.
Hawkeye never misses.
Green Arrow never misses either. Never misses, bro. Come on.
Hawkeye has never missed.
His bow,
Hawkeye's bow is more difficult to use than Green Arrow's, bro.
Green Arrow can use any quiver though. I mean, any quiver, every
quiver?
bow. No, wrong thing. Any bow. My bad, guy. Any bow.
Listen, Hawkeye's bow has like what's like the amount of force, like over 200, like 250. What's Green Arrow's bow? Like 130 something or something like that?
Green Arrow is not subjected to one specific type of bow, though.
Oh my gosh, man.
Have you read the Injustice comic book?
No.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Read that. Read that and come back. Read that then come back. Read that then come back. We talk about Green Arrow. Read that and talk about Green Arrow.
Hawkeye. Hawkeye will win that. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. He has never missed. He has never missed. Hawkeye has never missed. Green Arrow, the man that been training 5 years on the island, gonna get beat by a circus boy.
No, we not
with me.
talking about CW Green Arrow. I'm not talking about that man, bro.
Okay, the man that got trained by Natas is gonna get beat by a circus boy.
Beat by a circus. Man, Hawkeye is not coming.
Beat by a circus
Look,
boy.
you only choosing Hawkeye because you are a Hawkeye fanboy. That's the only reason. I'm not even a Green Arrow fanboy, and I know Green Arrow will trash him, bro.
The facts.
Screw Attack does not define my life, bro. They do not define my life. They don't define the.
They stated the facts.
We ending this stream. We're saving this for the video. No.
Screw Attack. Know what's up.
Screw Attack.
Know what's up.
Screw Attack. Screw Liam too.
He didn't mean that.
Liam.
He didn't mean that.
Liam, I love you, bro.
No. He wasn't.
I love you, bro.
Oh, jeez, that hit me in my chest. And not even my chest.
Oh my god. Nah, bro. Liam, love you, bro.
Love you,
bro. Ain't no hard feelings. Alright, ain't no hard feelings. Anyways, man, we're gonna end this stream now, man.
Right.
Let me make sure, yeah. Let me make sure before I cut it off before I says. Bump you, bro.
I'm like, Arrow was not subjected to one specific type of bow, though. Oh my gosh, man. Have you read the Injustice comic book? Okay, then.
Okay, he's ready. Alright, bro. Peace out.